again, and welcome to the start of another whatever this is going to be. Who knows? It might turn into a blog again. We'll see. So I'm kind of cheating this time around. I am still doing Clear the Shelves. This is week number 2 of Clear the Shelves. I was originally going to have you guys choose a number 1 through 3 because I had removed the young adult fantasy. However, there is a readathon going on this week for Backlistathon. And for me, I know that Backlist is just books that you've had forever. And honestly, the ones that I have had forever as far as arcs go, by no contest, are a lot of my contemporary ones. There are 6 different categories, and I did not pick 6 books, so some of these books are going all with some of the other categories. I did actually pick 4, but the first one is shortest backlist title. That is actually part of one that's also for 2 other categories, and that is Sourdough by Robin Sloan. This book was hugely popular a couple years ago when it first came out. This is an arc of it that I picked up at work that we just randomly had sitting around. I've been wanting to read it since I saw that it came out because it's a really weird idea. It's about a woman who is in desperate need of a roommate, so she agrees to live with sourdough starter. And it gets really, really weird from the sound of it, but it's supposed to be amazing. Weird books tend to intimidate me, so this one kind of scares me. It's also very short. It's only 250 pages, and it's blue. The next one was recommended by someone else, and for that is my thriller, Bunny by Mona Awad, or Awad. I really don't know too much about this. I do know that it's weird, and it involves sorority sisters who call each other Bunny, and then they apparently turn into bunnies, and there's just a lot of weird stuff going around. I stuck it on my contemporary shelf. This has honestly been on my backlist the shortest amount of time, but I really want to read this, so we're going to see if I can get to this week. One that... There's suddenly dog paws in the video. I am so sorry. My dog is down here keeping me company. One that I am excited for, well, I guess Bunny could technically qualify as that too. And then one that is diverse. This is called The Unlikely Adventures of the Shergill Sisters, and I've been wanting to read it for a while. I just haven't really had the chance to sit down and actually read it. So, hey, it's Backlistathon. I've had this one for a while. I might as well read it, right? And the last one I picked because it is blue. Granted, I have 2 other books that fit that category. I'm not really sure how much I legitimately want to read this book because it goes into a lot of topics that I don't necessarily like to read about. But that would be The Book of Essie. For those of you that don't know, this is about a 17-year-old girl who's on a reality TV show and is like super religious, and then she gets pregnant, and she has to deal with a lot of decisions about that. And like I said, this just isn't my usual style of book. Even for contemporary, I tend to stay away from the very hard-hitting contemporaries, but I do want to try to get to the other ones. So yeah, that is Clear the Shelves week 2, my contemporary fiction shelf, which is also going to be part of the Backlist readathon. Hey, so it's Wednesday. I have not read anything off my Clear the Shelves challenge. Clearly, this week is going to be a great week for reading. I've got to be at work in a couple hours, but I did want to see if I could get to or at least part 2. I think it's like page 120 of this. I have not started it at all. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. But I'm about 60 pages into this, and all I can say is that it's really weird. And I don't know if I'm going to finish this, but we'll see. I have made it to part 2 of Bunny, and this might be the weirdest book I have ever read in my entire life. I don't even know how to describe it. It's about a bunch of sorority sisters, I guess, who call each other Bunny, and they're trying to persuade the main character to join their cult. and they somehow managed to turn bunnies into men. I don't know. It's weird. The thing's a giant acid trip, and I don't know why I'm reading this anymore, but I'm gonna keep doing it. Wish me luck. I hope I don't go too crazy while reading this. I'm working at the bookstore tonight. I love working Wednesday evenings because it basically just means I get to sit and read for 4 straight hours. So I'm either gonna finish Bunny, or I'm going to read some more of Lady Smoke, or, you know, just read another 100 pages of both. But Bunny is seriously freaking me out, and I don't know what to feel about this. Good morning. It is the next day from when I last updated you, and I have finished technically 3 books, but 2 books for this reading challenge. I finished Bunny, which I don't know what to tell you about that one. That one was just weird. Then I read Sourdough, which was quirky and charming, and I really liked it, and I think I'm gonna do a cool little review to go along with that one. I'm gonna make sourdough bread and review that in a separate video, so stay tuned. And then I also finished Lady Smoke because I'm plowing through the Ash Princess series while I do this contemporary Backlistathon. And I'm still trying to decide if I want to read the Book of Essie or The Adventures of the Shergill Sisters, because they both sound really, really good. But I think I'm leaning more towards Book of Essie, so stay tuned. She wants my cat to come play with her. So a more official update will be coming later. But I just wanted to pop in and say I'm sorry for not vlogging very much this week. It's just been a weird week. Everybody's freaking out about the coronavirus, and rightly so, you know. It's scary, and so I've been dealing with that, and then I just haven't been in the mood to vlog. I have been reading a lot, though, and I'm hoping to finish Book of Essie tonight. I started that and got like 1 chapter into it yesterday, and then I just fell asleep because the whole friend situation that I talked about in my last vlog has mostly ended. Like, the friendship is over. And so there were just bits and pieces of, like, that yesterday going on, so I didn't vlog as much as I wanted to. And it was really dark yesterday. So when I get home, because I'm going to go see my horse, and I'll, of course, bring you guys along, and I will give you guys a more official update as to what all I've read and what all I've been enjoying. I really want to talk more about Bunny because that book was weird, and I haven't quite finished processing that. So now I'm going to go get this Tide dry cleaner truck to move its butt so I can get out of here. Hey, so I didn't ride or do anything really outside of a lot of spring cleaning today, so I didn't take a whole lot of video, but hopefully the short amount of video that I did take, you guys enjoy. So I'm gonna go throw some stuff away and clean up a little bit and then head home, and then I'll update you guys on all of the books that I have read. So I'll see you soon. I'm home, I am changed, and I'm taking the dog on a walk because I don't want to be inside. Hello again. I just got back from a walk, which is why I look super, super sweaty and gross. It's like 80 degrees, which is wild because it was legit 30 last weekend. So I don't know what's going on with that. But to update you guys, I left sourdough in the car, so just imagine sourdough being like right here. But I have now completed 2 of the 4 books that I wanted to read this contemporary week, and I am about 1 chapter into book number 3. But the first 2 I read were Sourdough by Robin Sloan, which was weird, but in a really quirky, comical way, and I really enjoyed it. And of course, now I am making sourdough bread. I really, really enjoyed that. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars just because I was a little irritated that it turned out to be the type of book that it turned out to be. No spoilers, so you're gonna have to read it if you want to know what I'm talking about. But overall, I really, really enjoyed it, and I am going to be keeping that one forever because I loved the crap out of it. This book, which is Bunny by Mona Awad, was weird. It was kind of about not quite sorority sisters who went around calling each other Bunny, and then there was this one other girl who was our main character who mocked them but secretly wanted to be a part of them. And in the entire book you're finding out her life and her backstory and what actually happened between her and this one guy, and like what happened with one of her friends. And at the end of the book there's a really, really weird plot twist, which looking back I should have seen coming because it made sense, except I didn't realize it was this type of book all the way through. I'm not sure if I would even recommend this one because it's so weird, and once you read it you're gonna be like, Rachel, why did you read that? And this was entirely a Books and Lala suggestion. And it was definitely worth the read. It was definitely one of the more interesting psychological thrillers I've read. And I didn't hate it. It was weird. And on the third book I'm going to read, which I'm already a chapter into, and hopefully it won't take me very long to plow through the rest of tonight, is The Book of Essie by Megan McLean Weir. I have been on the fence about whether I want to read this because it involves reality TV stars, very, very religious reality TV stars, and 17-year-olds getting pregnant. And none of those things I really like to read about or consume content about. But I picked up the arc of this because one of my friends said it last year sometime that it was really interesting. And I'm like, well, we have the arc at work. I might as well give it a shot. So here I am, giving it a shot. My room is a wreck. My life is mildly a wreck. Am I doing anything about this? No. Am I reading a lot? Somewhat. Am I going to go eat pizza and popcorn and an orange and a chocolate bar to make myself feel better? Absolutely. I think I'm gonna try to get to page 60 before I get snacks. We're gonna come read in the living room where the light is better, and because I'm tired of being in my room and being reminded of the mess that is my room. Also, I stocked up on coronavirus snacks for whenever we inevitably all get quarantined because it's probably gonna happen sooner or later, and now I am trying to stop myself from eating them all right now. So I have just made it to page 100, which is usually my like let's stop and take a break for a little bit point, which is gonna hold true for this. I need to do some stuff out in my car / make dinner at some point. I don't know. Contemporary books always make me want to make sandwiches and tea, and I think it's because of when I was reading The Boxcar Children as a kid. They always had like tuna salad sandwiches and juice or something, and so every time I read contemporary, that is what I'm in the mood for. Back to the book itself. I'm actually really enjoying the Book of Essie a heck of a lot more than I thought I was going to. The main character, Essie, is actually really, really smart, and she's making all of this her own decision, and I am living for it. And I'm also really, really liking the main guy character. The main journalist character, her name's Liberty. She still annoys me. But overall, I'm really liking this.
There is a puppy under the couch. Hi, puppy.
So my projects took way less time than I thought they would, so I'm now making dinner. And while that cooks, I am going to probably sit outside and enjoy the sunshine some more and read some more of Book of Essie, so stay tuned.
What you gonna do, Peach? You gonna do pup things? Or are you gonna go back to sleep because you're tired?
I took her on a way longer walk than I meant to. Like, we were out there for a solid hour and a half. And she was just like, alright, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And now she is very, very sleepy. She has defeated the slipper.
Have you defeated the slipper?
So much for her being tired. Such a puppy. We have had to set up a barricade right here with a drop cloth and some cardboard because Silly will sit there and knock her tennis balls off the balcony, and we have to go pick them up because she'll cry until we do. Bread is toasting for egg salad sandwiches now. I am so pumped. Per usual, she is keeping a close eye on me and making sure I don't burn down the kitchen. I made a really delicious egg salad sandwich that I'm very excited to dive into. Have my glass of water, have an orange, have some potato chips, have a dog. Not for consumption. Not for consumption, just for fun. So, let's go read! Now I remember why I don't tend to read religious books very much, or religious-based books, especially involving 17-year-old girls where their father is the preacher. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Look at that cute face. Look at that cute face.
I am really sleepy, guys. I don't know why. I have read another 100 pages of Book of Essie. I am about 80 pages, I think, away from the end of it. And I'm still actually legitimately liking this, don't get me wrong. I don't want to get into my issues with it because they kind of, like, it's not the fault of the book or the author, it's just the fact that these issues exist in real life that make me super frustrated with the world and life in general, and just make me want to go curl up in a little ball and hug my cat forever. The fact that even though this particular instance is fiction, there are instances where stuff like this happens in real life, and that just makes me sad. Which is why I don't usually read books like this. My dog is fucking weird. Even the cat agrees. I think I might take the dog out for a quick walk before I make tea, and then we can delve into the last 80 pages of Essie and finish it, and then have this vlog edited and up tonight. I called my mother and spent an hour on the phone with my mother instead of reading. I'm great at YouTube, guys. Hi. I have done it. I have finished the Book of Essie. And it was actually surprisingly not as awful or as uncomfortable as I thought it was going to be. It was really, really well done, and I really legitimately liked the ending. I gave it 4 stars, so obviously I liked it. But I'm glad I read it. The main character, Essie, was very smart and very put together, and she was amazing. And I thoroughly loved reading about her, and I thought she made a lot of really good decisions, and I really liked her ultimate choice overall, and I think it made for a really good story. I can't say that I enjoyed it, but I'm glad I gave it a chance. So, 4 out of 5 stars. And with that, we conclude this week's version of Clear the Shelves, Shelf technically 2, I think I redubbed it 3, I don't know. And also my Backlistathon. But I did it! So, to recap the books that I have read. The Book of Essie by Megan McLean Weir, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars. Bunny, by far the absolute weirdest book I have ever read in my entire life, by Mona Awad. And then last but not least, Sourdough, by Robin Sloan. I gave Bunny 3 out of 5 stars, if I didn't mention that. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars as well. If you like this video, feel free to leave a comment or a like, and if you want to see more content, I'm trying my best to do uploads every Saturday and Sunday. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and come along for the ride. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.